Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make a pie crust, and this is going to come in handy being that holiday season is right around the corner. Pie crusts are really easy to make and they're really easy to keep on hand because you can leave the dough in the fridge for up to 3 days, or you can store the dough in the freezer for up to 3 months. For this recipe, you're going to need 2 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3/4 a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of butter, and ice cold water. We're going to start by combining the flour, sugar, and salt. I'm going to use pink Himalayan salt, but you can use whatever salt you like. And we're just going to use a whisk to combine these ingredients. Next, we're going to add our butter. I have my cold butter cut into little cubes. They look like this. And then we're going to use a pastry cutter to go ahead and incorporate that butter into the flour mixture. If you don't have a pastry cutter, you can use a fork or even your hands. We're going to incorporate the butter into the flour mixture until it's a really crumbly mixture. It's okay if we have little pea-sized butter pieces left, but we just want the majority of it to be quite incorporated. Now, if you don't have a pastry cutter, do not feel like you need to go buy one, because even though I have one, I always get impatient and end up using my hands instead. It's just the best tool whenever making dough or pie crusts, and it's built in, so why not use it? You should have what looks like a dense sand mixture. Not to expose my age, but it kind of looks and feels like kinetic sand. So if you have something that looks like kinetic sand, if you know what that is, then you're on the right track. Now we're just going to start adding the ice cold water. We're going to add 4 tablespoons or 1/4 a cup initially, and then if we still need more water, we're just going to add a tablespoon at a time till we get the right consistency, which we just want to wet it enough in order to be able to work with it. We don't want it to be wet or sticky. I've added 8 tablespoons, which got me to just the right consistency. And now we're going to go ahead and turn it out onto a lightly floured surface. But first, if you want to see if you got the right consistency, you can just grab a clump of dough, squeeze it together, and it should all stick together and not on your hand. You see, it's kind of like a Play-Doh consistency now, and it's not sticking to me, it's just sticking all together. I'm just going to turn the dough out and form it into a ball. All I'm doing is just using my hands to bring the dough into a ball. Here I have my ball of dough. We're just going to go ahead and wrap it in some plastic wrap. We're now just going to store our dough in the fridge for at least 2 hours before we use it. Once you're ready to pull the dough out to use it, I always recommend waiting at least 30 minutes before trying to roll it out, just because it won't be very malleable. Like I said, you can make this ahead of time and store it in the fridge for up to 3 days. If you're making the dough way out in advance and you're going to be storing it in the freezer for up to 3 months, you want to go ahead and store this in a freezer-safe container instead of the plastic wrap. Like always, I'll have the ingredients listed in the description, and this recipe yields 1 double crust pie or 2 single crust pies. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave those in the comment section below. Bye y'all.